here with Dave Christian and Sully from MontKush. Thanks for joining us.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having us.
Well, we are really excited, not only because the motto is Fresh Squeezed CBD, which I actually like that motto, but I want to talk about the story behind it. But before all of that, we've actually met before.
New York Marathon, 2011, 2012,
really?
something around there, yeah.
I almost won.
How'd you guys meet?
With Ethan.
You know Ethan's on?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
Ethan and I played soccer together as teenagers in Massachusetts.
Very cool.
Reconnected years later after he had sort of won Survivor and was doing the New York City Marathon for his charity, and that's where we met.
Yeah, he always keeps inviting me back to do it, but I'm like, well, can't you pick something like a 10K?
Something a little easier.
26 miles is, like 3 times is enough for me. So.
How about a cocktail reception?
I know,
100%.
Yeah. That seems better, but so people may know you from OxyClean for sure.
OxyClean gets the tough stains out. Don't forget.
I like it. It is true. It has
does.
the benefit of being true. But that's not why we're here to talk. You started a company, MontKush.
Yep.
Talk about how it started, why it started, and where you are.
I was fascinated by the space. Last few years, it's very difficult to not ignore what's happening. You know, this revolution. And I have an 8-year-old little girl who was. I'll do the short version because I could tell it's a 15, 20-minute story. But she was born with a rare genetic disorder. Her name is Devon. She's 9 now, and she was on a pretty heavy-duty pharmaceutical to help with a seizure condition she had. She lost 20% of her body weight. She had a very, very adverse set of adverse side effects, and I was left as a parent, just kind of very frustrated. And her mom actually brought up, let's go down the cannabis road, the CBD road. And I have to be honest, at first I was a little bit hesitant. It's my kid, and we come from this stigma of where cannabis is bad, right? And but all of a sudden I'm faced with this dilemma when my daughter's really struggling with this pharmaceutical. So I was like, let's give it a shot. It's got to be better than what we're dealing with. And about the same time, I found myself standing in the middle of a hemp field in Vermont. I call it divine intervention. I don't know what it was, and I remember just standing there and just, in a 25-acre hemp farm, and it affected me on a visceral level. So next thing, I called him up. I'm like, hey, I want you to come up and see something. I'm thinking about doing this.
How do you know each other?
Well, Sully and I met about 18 years ago doing an eco challenge. In fact, Ethan's participated in that eco challenge with us on another team, on a reality team.
Yeah.
But so in the jungles of Fiji, we were running around together, trying to get from checkpoint to checkpoint, and so we stayed friends after doing those races. And he'd call me every couple of years, and he would run some idea by me, like, hey, I'm thinking about doing.
You didn't use the word harebrained. I like it.
I was about to use the word harebrained. So yeah, we had what was the one that was going to replace the bag clip, the chip clip. The Banoodle. He called me about the Banoodle. And then Sully's Suds. The laundromat idea.
Ethan's Crunch Bowl.
Ethan's Crunch Bowl. I made Ethan's Crunch Bowl. So, in any case, he called me up about a little over a year ago in the fall, and then last year's hemp harvest was in full bloom up in Vermont, and he asked me to come up and talk him out of this idea that he had, and like
all the others,
like all the others, and I walked into the field and I was actually blown away as well. I had it was like a magical feeling if you've ever walked into an open grow, like as far as you can see cannabis, and I just thought this was a little bit of history that we were witnessing as like the greening of America was sweeping to the east from the West Coast. I'd always heard about it out in Colorado and out in Oregon, and to see it on the East Coast in Vermont was like, life-changing for me as well. And I said, well, I don't know anything about farming, Sully, but on the backside of the way they're drying this and the way they're processing it, I think I can definitely do something here to figure this out and do it way better than the way they're doing it. But we're going to have to figure it out when it comes to the farming side. We're going to have to get a guy.
Yeah, and then I one of the things for me was, with my background, obviously being as seen on TV in the infomercial world, it would have been very easy for me just to stick my name on a bottle and white label something. And there's plenty of people here who are white labeling, and I hope they do well, and more power to them. But I felt in order to make it real and make it authentic and make the best product possible, I felt it was really important to actually have a farm and grow it from scratch. So
get your hands dirty.
Yeah, get our hands dirty. So we went out and we bought a 116-acre property up in Vermont, and we started less than a year ago. We closed on the property January 10th. So in less than 12 months, we've grown, we germinated, we built our own greenhouses, we camped out on the farm, and we've had a successful harvest. We dried everything. We're pressing right now as we speak. We're launching the brand. We just teamed up with Heavenly RX. But the big news is we decided that we would film everything from the beginning. Because we figured whether we made it or we didn't make it, it would make great TV.
Yes.
And so we've recruited an old friend of mine, Tom Beers, who's the creator of Deadliest Catch. He's on board, and we're in the process of putting together a docu-series that follows the Dave and I's journey, and everything from the very first seed that went in the ground,
from the snow to the snow,
to where we are now. So yeah,
it's fascinating. I was thinking back when you were telling a story about the hemp field in Vermont.
Yeah,
everything looks better in Vermont. No?
Yeah, beautiful mountains. I mean, it's the New England area is amazing, especially with the change of seasons, and to get into fall up there is absolutely stunning.
It's incredible. I'm from New England, so I like to plug it.
Whereabouts?
We're from Massachusetts,
Yeah,
down the street
yeah.
from where Ethan's from.
Right
yeah,
on.
Vermont's been great. We had a great experience up there. It's when you look at companies like Ben and Jerry's that come from there, and Burton Snowboards, they get some pretty cool brands that were born in Vermont. They're very friendly to us. The state was wide open. The community was great, and for two rookie guys that went in there with very little experience, we pulled it off. There was a couple times this summer when it was a bit touch and go. We had the wettest spring
Most
on record.
definitely.
I mean, everything that can come at us came at us from
the rocks,
the weather,
the rocks.
This is not a cheap thing. This is not a cheap endeavor. And, financial, everything that could have come at us has come at us. But I'm super excited to be here at MJBizCon,
and we're launching fresh squeezed CBD, buddy.
Yeah. And it's really exciting to be in a growth industry, pardon the pun, but it really is. There's so much excitement in this room. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's palpable,
Well, we're excited to follow the path, both sort of online and then sort of watch it happen as well. We wish you nothing but the best. Good luck with MontKush. Good luck in Vermont. Good luck with
Thank you very much.
Squeezed, and we'll talk to you guys down the road.
Yeah, check us out Instagram at MontKush, Fresh Squeeze CBD. Look us up online. We're going live as we speak, and thanks for having us.
It's like you've done this before with
a couple times. And remember, OxyClean gets the tough hemp stain
Thanks so
down.
much.
It actually does work great on hemp.
Good, thanks guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.